Well, we made it through the lunar eclipse and now we are running towards the solar eclipse. Oh my gosh. So before we get to the solar eclipse, which is on the 21st with our second new moon in Virgo of the year, very interesting, don't you think? I mean, it's a persnickety moon because Virgo is. But it's still going to be good. It's a good new beginning time. It really is. But before we get to that, Virgo's ruler, Mercury, moves into Libra on the 18th, and Libra and Taurus's ruler, Venus, moves into Virgo on the 19th. It's crazy. It's just funny. I like it. Then on the 22nd, after our solar eclipse, after this big, bad, it's good solar eclipse that we have coming up, we have the sun moving into Libra on the 22nd, which brings us to fall equinox. And Mars is moving into Scorpio. Am I right? I mean, thankfully, I'm done with Mars and Libra. I'm ready for it to just move on out and move into Scorpio. It's much happier there anyway. So let's do your September numerology check-in here at Metaphysical Roundtable with me, Jennifer, and let's see what's going on with your individual numerology. Well, hello. Real quick, before we get into your personal numerology for this mid-month check-in, how would you like an opportunity to win this Labradorite sphere? She's so pretty. Look at that. You can see it kind of all reflecting my lights up here. But isn't that lovely? Okay, here's your opportunity. Just make comments on your personal numerology and then join me for my live show on September 30th. It's Tuesday, September 30th it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will pull the winner then on the live show, and then I'll get this mailed out. And hopefully, well, first of all, I'm not going through the post office anymore because I had a package returned to my P.O. box that I sent out to someone over a year ago. What is that about? Are you serious? So we're not going through the post office. I will be sending this out. So join me on my live show on September 30th after you comment on your numerology, either for the beginning of the month, for the month of September, or the mid-month check-in. And I will put your name in the drawing for the Labradorite sphere. All right, now back to your regularly scheduled program. Hello, Life Path 4. Well, here we are in a 4-month for us in September. I had originally thought that like January, everybody had been in their life path for the month of January was everybody's life path number in numerology, but it wasn't. I was wrong. So, it's September. I think that's the only time it's hit this year. Sometimes you'll get it twice, but really, I think this is it. It's just the one time for 2025. All right. I do love that though, because as a 4, I'm a 22-4. Obviously, you're a 22-4. I dig the 4 months because that really just helps me to get in and work. I mean, I don't recommend manifesting in eclipse season. No. Working, yes. Manifesting, no. But we're good manifestors, and that's primarily what we do. But we also work. And we don't need to overwork because that causes a lot of stress, this craziness. but we're all about building and strengthening relationships. And I do feel like strengthening relationships during eclipse season is okay. Maybe starting something new, don't recommend. I'll put it that way. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got for us here for. Okay, so what we brought in with us into September is something that we've been manifesting, something that we were doing in August, and we were manifesting it. And this makes sense because for August, it was a 3-month for us, and that is all about communication. It's self-expression. There's a lot of creativity there. I mean, you know, there's a lot of that happening in that 3 vibration. And that's where we was manifesting. So we brought that energy with us into September. It doesn't mean that we're manifesting still. It means now we're in this law of attraction energy and we're attracting in what we had been manifesting in August. Now we're attracting it, okay? Because the Knight of Cups is all about law of attraction. Look at what he's doing here. He's laid out a picnic, the red carpet. He's got a love note, some wine, or maybe it's champagne, who knows, flowers. I mean, he's making things happen, right? He's trying to bring in exactly what he wants. The good thing is it's moving really fast, and we understand that we're the ones making it happen. That makes sense. We're a 4. We want to be the ones like making that happen, building, manifesting, and really bringing in this law of attraction energy is a bit different for us, but it's something, again, that we brought in with us from August. So whatever we were manifesting in August, we're bringing in with the law of attraction into September. I like it. It's moving fast. It is some fast moving energy, and it is something that it's like we had laid out for us. God, I feel almost like a deja vu. Like I almost feel like I've done this reading before today. I don't know. Anyway, so what it's bringing us to is a crossroads. What it's bringing us to is this place where we really need to make some decisions. And the best thing I can tell you and me is that we need to pull that blindfold off and really look at all of the choices that are being given us, because there's no bad choices here. They're different. And it's going to lead us to different things. But there really aren't any bad choices. For example, look at this. This path has light on it. This path has light on it. This path has light on it. And so does this one. They just lead us in different places. Use your intuition. Use your gut instinct to really say, which way do I want to go? Which way do I want to go? It's going to give you... Honestly, it may just change it. Whatever choice you make may change your priorities completely. And I think that's a good thing. I think sometimes we need a bit of a shakeup. We can be a little stodgy, you know. We can get a little stuck in our routine. This may be the change up that we needed. This may be the change in our priorities, looking at things from a different perspective. It's going to definitely help us open up our crown chakra and say, okay, I can see things from that point of view now. What it's going to do is it's going to lead us to this personal achievement, this new phase. And it's a celebration. This is a card of success. This is a card of success and celebration. But the thing is, it's a personal achievement that we're celebrating. This isn't the kind of celebration that we see in the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is that we're victorious in front of God and everybody. We're having a parade in the damn street. Like, everybody is there cheering us on, and we're like in that place of victory. This is more of a quiet, private celebration, but it is a celebration of your achievement, our achievement, whatever. And it's really bringing you to a new phase. I love it. I love it because I know what I've been waiting on. Wow. This is just choice central. I don't know what you were manifesting in August and what you're bringing in with law of attraction for you this month, but I know what I've been doing. And this is choice central. Choice, choice, choice. This is really interesting. So the Seven of Cups is about choices, all right? It's a lot of different choices that are coming into us. But again, these are all choices that are being given to us. We just need to choose which one we're going to use first, which thing we're going to use first. What we don't need to do is create conflicting energy. So, don't start going, well, if I choose this, then I won't get this. No, that's not true. What you're doing is you're just choosing this one first, or you're choosing this one first. Make a decision, go with your gut instinct, work it out. If that's not the right one, then put it back and go with another one. The thing is, you have to remember that you are in charge of steering your ship. You're in charge of making these decisions. You are in command of your life. You are the only one who should be in command of your life, but you're the only one that is in command of your life. Make sure that you are the main character in your story. Because if you're making choices based on other people's thoughts, if you're making choices based on other people's, like, what they want you to do, that's going to create a conflicting energy too. That's not where we need to be. We need to be in control. And we have control of very little in our lives. But this is going to give us some control about which way we go first. The Two of Wands is saying, hey, you got a lot of good choices here. You need to take the lead. You need to make sure that you're taking the leadership role. And maybe you should step outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you should step outside of your comfort zone because that's going to lead you to better choices. Once she steps outside of this room and she gets out there, better choices. Because right now she's just limited to dreams in here. She's got a globe. Okay, that does look like a map. But a VW bus, that's kind of cool. But she's limited inside here. Once she steps outside of her comfort zone, sky's the limit. Take the lead in your life. Life Path 4. Take the lead. I really do feel deja vu with this reading. I don't know why. I guess I'll find out when I'm editing if some of the other readings were like ours. Okay, just a couple more really good shuffles because I want to make sure that I'm not just like doing the same readings over. And I don't feel like I am, because even in between all of the readings, I'm shuffling the cards, I'm resetting, getting some good energy in. And don't forget Labradorite. the crystal, the stone of the month. This is a good one for us, to be honest. Wow. Okay. This is just, again, wow. All right. So we're starting out here with the Ace of Feathers, which is mental clarity and foundation. And the thing about the Ace of Feathers is it's the swords in the traditional tarot. But the Ace of Feathers, mental clarity and foundation, in order to really, like, in order to get real clarity here, what you want to understand is that it's layered, right? Clarity is layered. They're not going to give us all the information just all in one go, right? That would overload our systems. It's going to be steady and it's going to be revealing as we go, right? Peeling back the layers of the onion. And really, we're going to see a lot may be coming into our awareness at this time, but it's leading us to success. Because once we establish that solid mental foundation, it really takes us to a great place of power. It does. The clarity, the mental clarity, the foundation is going to help us establish like this path to success. I love it. Because the Hermit coming right after it, contemplation and wisdom. Yeah. This, again, I feel like we're definitely going in a line of being wise enough to take control of your own life. Understanding that all the knowledge is not going to come in all at one time. In any way, shape, or form, we're going to have choices along the way that's going to help us determine which way we want to go, on the next phase. But the thing is, having that solid foundation, realizing really who we are, having that self-realization, that self-awareness, this is fantastic. Sorry. Okay. The Hermit, contemplation and wisdom. And the Hermit card is really about just, I don't want to say isolation, but it is about isolation, and it's about soul searching. It's about introspection. It's about coming back and just going, you know what? I am my own foundation. I need to look within, not without. And I don't mean without as in empty. I mean without as in outside of ourselves. Yeah. Sorry. I just wanted to clarify that. The High Priestess, intuition and sacred knowledge. Again, I feel like there's a lot of intuition and gut instinct that it's telling you this is what we need to do. So the High Priestess is also a card of growth. The High Priestess is a card of faith and saying, okay, wise enough to understand that I have to move in faith. I have to have faith in myself. I have to have faith in my abilities, and I have to have faith in my choices and go with my gut. Not everyone is going to understand why you're making the choices that you are life path for. You don't have to justify yourself. Just keep going forward, because you are the one that will own up to your mistakes as well as the things that you do that are really great. The King of Shells, harmony and integrity. The King of Shells is also someone who is a very good listener. He really, really likes to understand the inner workings of why things are happening the way they are. And I think this is, again, I feel like you're going to get an understanding of why things are happening the way they are, but in small doses, like one step at a time. So every time you level up and you get more choices coming in, you're going to just be like, again, peeling back that layer and going, ah, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. There's more. There's more knowledge coming in. Okay, now I understand this. That's working in harmony. And speaking of harmony, the Two of Crystals, balance and adaptability. The thing is, there's a lot of balance cards going on here. I mean, it's very interesting. The Two of Wands, the Two of Swords, balance cards. That is interesting. And the Two of Crystals is, again, balance. It's balance between the spiritual and the physical. It's balance between those two things, because we are spiritual creatures having a physical experience, and you have to be adaptable. You do. You have to be adaptable, and you have to have that imbalance, because we can't live without our spiritual connection, but we can't not live here in the physical either. Got to keep the lights on, right? So everything needs to be in balance, and you need to be the one taking control of your choices and of your life this month. And especially with all this going on with the solar eclipse, absolutely take charge. Take charge. You really are in charge of your choices. And that's pretty much all we are in charge of our choices. How we react to something, how we choose to proceed forward. Choices. Thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 4. I hope you have a great eclipse. I hope you enjoy this lunar eclipse. We just had that. The solar eclipse with a new moon in Virgo. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your month of September. Remember, stay in command of your life. You are the only one that should be in control of your choices. Have an awesome rest of your month. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.